Hey, Steve Mignani here doing the junkyard crawl at Bernardston Auto Wrecking in Bernardstown, Massachusetts with a 1966 Fury 2. Now I got to remember, the Fury came back as a full-size C-body in 1965. 64 it was a B-body intermediate, but for 65 onward it was a full-size C-body vehicle. Now in 66 these were available as the Fury 1, Fury 2, Fury 3, Sport Fury, and VIP. In fact, we saw a VIP last week in one of these videos. If you want to check it out, just go to the channel description and scope it out. It's kind of cool, 383 car. But this one here is kind of unusual. The silver buff paint, or what's left of it, tells us this was once a silver spring special. In late winter, early spring, a lot of car makers, Plymouth included, would release special colors to prime the pump and get people running into the dealership to start the summer season selling strongly. So again, this is a silver spring special, and the silver buff metallic paint that was once shiny and beautiful on this thing was part of that, not available on other Plymouths in 1966. Now this one here, we see the little holes here in that rectangular logo. This once had an emblem that read Commando V8, which for 1966 meant either a 383 or a 440. Yes, the 440 was available in these things in 1966. See if we can open this hood. Now the emblem is gone. There would have been a little emblem here with a number on it that would say 383 or 440. It is not there, but here's Fury 2 in the grille. Another way of determining this is the next to the bottom level of Furyness. But let's see, can we open this hood? Ain't gonna happen. Bummer. But anyway, this is a big block car, perhaps a 383 2-barrel, 383 4-barrel, 440, probably not a 440, but who can say? It's a 4-door sedan, so it has the fixed B-pillar, and part of the Silver Spring special was the chrome trim up here, and inside the blue vinyl interior. So when this was new, it must have been quite a looker, the Silver Spring special. Now something new for 1966 in the full-size C-bodies were these door handles. If we look inside here, Shane, we'll trade places if you want. Maybe we'll do it that way. But if you own a Roadrunner or a GTX or really any Mopar made from 67 onward, you'll see this basic safety door handle right here. Well, it appeared in the 66 C bodies before it was used in the A bodies or the B bodies. So it kind of debuted right here. And what's this all about? Well, we go to Consumer Reports. This is Consumer Reports, April 66, road tests on various new cars. And in here, we see a nice road test on the full-size cars and what's new. And it says here, Fury 1, Fury 2, Fury 3, VIP, the prices $28.67, $29.67, $31.05, and $34.12 for the big dog. But anyway, the red says, most notable changes are the new safety interior door handles designed to reduce the possibility of a passenger's grabbing the handle in an emergency and ejecting himself out of the door. Weird. Of course, it says down here, yet the Fury's ride was reasonably good, although not as good as Chevrolet or Ford's. High-speed handling was excellent. And it says here down the bottom, the well-seasoned 318 cubic inch V8 gave acceleration second only to that of the powerful Catalina and produced the group's best fuel economy. The Fury rates a tie for the best overall car in the group because, like the Ford, it does most things well. In addition, it has the best frequency of repair record of the group. So again, today safety is about airbags, backup cameras, road assistance, lane keeping, all that crazy stuff. Well, back in 66, a flush door handle was considered a breakthrough. But hey, the weird thing is that very same door handle in 66 was not seen in A bodies or B bodies, just the full-size cars. But it would trickle up or down into almost all Mopars by 1969. So you saw it here first, 66 C bodies. And now this again is a Silver Spring special. It's a 2-door sedan or 4-door sedan, which means it has full door frames. Unlike this 66 Plymouth VIP, which is the top of the line. It's also a 4-door, but notice how it does not have door frames. It's a hardtop, so when you roll the windows down, it's a big open space. So this is the top of the pile, and this is the next to the bottom of the pile, if you will. But something we see here, of course, is the rear axle is gone, but here's the leaf spring poking out. And of course, Chrysler's, unlike General Motors cars, which generally had coil springs, and so did big Fords, Chrysler had leaf springs in the back, even on Imperial. But the beauty of these leaf springs is they were pretty quiet. Why? Well, here's one of those nylon interleaf squeak preventers, this little thing right here. And between the leaves, you could get a little squeaking if you didn't grease them, which used to be the way back in the 20s. But with these little nylon sliders, you didn't get the squeak. But again, leaf springs on Chryslers are very effective for either drag racing or a nice handling car. And in fact, Consumer Reports did say these had good high-speed handling, in part because of the leaf springs and torsion bars up front. Now here's the trunk on this one. Something kind of cool for 66 is how the rear bumper had the word Plymouth spelled out from Fury 1 all the way up to the VIP. These metal letters were added to the bumper, sort of a three-dimensional effect, Plymouth. Kind of cool right here. And again, at the back, we see the Fury 2 logo, which told us, again, this is the next to the bottom, Fury 1, Fury 2, Fury 3, VIP. And inside the trunk, yeah, huge trunk, and we can see remnants of the silver buff metallic paint, which is very well preserved, but again, the rest of this thing, not so much. Coming around to this side, continue our little trip. And again, the beautiful, the styling of these things, 1966, and it was 65, 6, and 7, very similar in terms of the way they looked on the outside. This one here, we can't open the doors. Yeah, but this one is a Torque Flight automatic, big block car, and you could get a 4-speed transmission for about 180 bucks. Perhaps a 0.5% of all buyers went for it, but yeah, the 4-speed was very much available in the full-sized Fury for 1966. Getting back to these vehicles in the various body styles, these could be had as a convertible, and if you couldn't afford a full-sized one, well, Johan made them. I'm chasing Shane, the cameraman, back here, but I want to show this off. This is kind of cool. Back in 1966, Johan, which is John Hanley's company, they made plastic bits for the auto industry in the 1940s and 50s, but also plastic model kits. And this is the Johan 66 Plymouth convertible. You can see it right here with the Hilborn injected Hemi. Of course, the Hemi was never available in a C-body, but here's all the bits and pieces. Hilborn injection if you wanted. And the interesting thing on these is, Johan, they advertised their other kits on the side of the box. And this is called a flat box. Johan, unlike AMT or MPC or Revell, which had sort of a taller box, these are flat boxes. And kind of a cool thing, the instruction sheets also had really cool illustrations on them. This is the instruction sheet for this model right here. And they give you a picture of all these possible variations. The AFX drag, the late model stalker. And again, this is a convertible. Johan also did a hardtop 2-door, but just cool stuff in there. The race Hemi at the top, the Hilborn injection, and at the top left, hey, the little mouse guy right there. Johan was one of the independents, almost the AMC of the model making company or fraternity, if you will, but they had a lot of the most unique subjects. AMT and MPC never touched full-size Plymouths, only Johan did them. These kits are valuable today. One of these things, mint, complete, 500 bucks, no problem. But again, they're all mostly built by little kids like me. But that's the story of the 1966 Plymouth Fury 2 Silver Spring Special, silver buff metallic. And this thing at one point in time was sitting on a dealership's new car floor for showroom, all shiny, probably late February, the spring buying season, just getting pumped by cars like this Silver Spring Special. Now, this was also available, the Silver Spring Special package with the blue interior and the silver paint on B bodies and A bodies. But here it is, we see it on the full-size C body. And you got to wonder if this helped to sell some extra Plymouths back in 1966. And in fact, 335,447 Furies were sold in 1966, but of them, only 55,016 were 4-door sedan Fury 2s, like this one here. So big numbers, no matter how you slice it. And 440 power is certainly possible, but no Hemis. But that's the story of the 66 Fury 2. If you like this channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and come back tomorrow for even more junkyard crawling here at Burniston Auto Wrecking.